Yo. Oh, boys. Oh, that was quick. Hello, Mandy. Hello, Inga. Well, it's holiday Monday. I had a relaxing weekend. Hello, Connor. Just hit me there, that sneeze. Dougie's been working hard. Pet little dog. Connie, Jolanne, Dean. The notifications are working. So, you're not going to believe my luck. You're just not going to believe it. Actually, you're gonna go. Yep, that's Matt's luck. So as you know, I hand scrubbed the whole house with scrubbing pads, scouring pads. I ended up going through a dozen scouring pads, commercial ones. So anyways, today I come out and I walk around the house, and what's happened over the years, flies that get behind the siding and they die. Well, when you wash the building, water gets behind the siding a little bit and softens up these flies. And then there's these little drip holes that in the siding that has their little tiny perforations the manufacturer puts in, so the water will drip down, so it doesn't get stuck behind the house or behind the wall. Well, that's where all the drippings of the fly, decomposing fly juice, ran down the walls of the house. So I had to scrub the whole house again today. The whole thing, everything. It was like, oh, I just don't believe it. And honestly, I really, I could scrub, I could scrub, I could scrub that area again because I looked and there's drips. You can see where it was running. The flies, gunk, just unbelievable. And it doesn't spray off. I tried hosing it, doesn't work. You can't hose. All right. Okay. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm positive I did that today. Well, it's going to be a big egg recon tomorrow, folks. I didn't do egg recon today, so tomorrow I'll make sure I do egg recon. But I got to do a 6 a.m. outside with the genie because I have to cut a big cedar tree. There, that big one there. I got to trim it down about 5 feet and shape it around the top of it. That one. That's what I got to do tomorrow at 6 a.m. I'm done washing though. I'm scrubbed out. Can't believe all the fly gunk draining down the side of the house. It's like a greenish brown color. Anyway. Fun. I will believe it. Yeah, yippee! You're telling me I'm, uh, I'm tired. That was brutal. I think, well, plus the heat, but I'm thinking, quick calculation, about 20 hours of scrubbing. I didn't count on having to re-scrub today though. That was a curveball I didn't need. Got a bit of color, eh? It's like, yeah, I got like some serious color in the face. she was warm. They said it was 40 with the Humidex today. It felt it because I kept spraying my head actually with the hose to cool off, and it wasn't working. I was staying hot. Oh, there's another egg. You got eggs all over the place, ducks. Huh. I never saw Minnie leave the nest today. So, what do you want, Doug? What do you want, Dougie? You want a drink? Doug wants a drink. Oh, I got it. You done? Have another drink. Come on. Come on, have another drink. Yeah, Doug was working today. That's why he's got muddy feet. We got a skunk floating around the house, driving Doug nuts. The pool's clean. Must be working on the other one. Yeah, we're on the new one now. The old one, dirty one's in the driveway. I haven't power washed it yet, but the algae's all crusted up and dried, so it'll power wash good. This one I don't understand. It's been 3 days now, and there's no sign of algae. So I'm thinking, and this one used to be the one that was here that was always had algae. That's right, because I took it to the garage and power washed it, and then it's been sitting for over a week and a half, 2 weeks. So I guess the algae, it all completely finally died. Yeah, because it's been over 3 days. Yeah, it's been 3 days at least, maybe 4 days. There's no sign of algae at all, so it must have worked. Washing it and then drying it right out. Well, the other one's at the garage. It's all crusty. So. Power wash the bathtub. Can't get the power washer over here. Just scrub the bathtub. I gotta get the power washer going tomorrow. Tomorrow's power washing day here. Gotta get my decks power washed off so they can dry, and then I'm going to do the ultimate job. I've got to weed my garden, and my garden absolutely has to get weeded. I did a little weeding this morning. I don't know if anybody saw me on the stream at 6 a.m. Or 7 a.m. when I let the ducks out. I did a little picking in the garden to survey the situation, and it definitely, absolutely has to get conduct. It absolutely has to get weeded this week. Like it has to. Well, let's go see what Minnie's doing. Oh, she's still in here. Hi, Minnie. How are you doing, little duck? And I gotta sit. So there's Minnie. No idea what she's doing or how she's doing, but I'll get the doesn't touch the water though. Yeah, I didn't do egg recon. There's eggs everywhere. I'll do it tomorrow. When I get up early, I'll be outside doing the genie, the last of the genie. But I wonder if I can show you. There's some lower spots that this thing that happened to me. Oh yeah. Oh, damn it! Oh, so frustrating. Oh, folks, I got. It's just gross. It's okay. Can you see it? See that? That's dissolved flies behind the siding leaking out after I wash it. See? Oh man. I know. Ew. But it's like I've already washed this wall twice today. See, the flies are trapped behind. There's another line, 2 lines, 3 lines. I put so much effort into scrubbing this thing. Okay, no, there's none up here. It's good. Just this back wall's the worst wall. It had like a lot of fly. Man. I might, when I get the power washer, I might get the power washer. That's what I might do. I might do when I can do the back deck. I'll do the power washer, and maybe I can blow the fly gunk. It's just a little bit of fly gunk. I'll show you what it is. Okay, here, I'll turn the camera around so you can see, okay? So you see how the siding hooks underneath, okay? This is the way it hooks, okay? You see how it hooks underneath? Well, what's happened is the flies have crawled into this little ridge inside here. So the dead flies are behind the siding in here, okay? So what happens is when I'm washing, the water gets behind there, and then there's these little, I'll see if I can find you. Where are they? Where's one here? Hang on, I'm trying to find. There's these little drain right there, okay? So right there, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little tiny drain hole right there, okay? See that? So they put these little drain holes so the water doesn't sit in the siding. Well, that's where the fly gunk, yeah, there you can see it now. The fly gunk drips out of these holes. No, they're for water. They're not for ventilation. I just explained what they're for, Argyle Duck. It's for moisture. So no water sits behind the siding. But what happens is the flies get behind there, then they die, and then when you wash, enough water wicks behind, and then the flies get moist and become this slurry of dissolving flies. And then they run out the holes, and it's a greenish brown type thing, color. And then it leaves that run down the side of the house. And when I got up this morning and I walked down the side of the whole house was just lines of this greenish brown color stuff. And I was like, oh no, I gotta wash the whole house again. Anyways, that was my holiday Monday treat. You know me, holiday Mondays, we always take it easy here. That's what we do on the Duck Adventure. We slack it as much as possible. Okay, so let's see if we can get the ducks in because I'm really hungry. And I want to eat. Okay, magic stick, ducks. Bye, magic stick. Oh yeah, did anybody see yesterday Frank in the Magoon? Doug, heel. Doug, heel. Doug, heel. Come on, heel. Doug, heel. Doug, heel. Okay. Doug, I'm tapping your bum live on YouTube. Come on, heel. Come on, heel. Doug, you're not even listening, are you? All right, just forget it. Okay, look at Caesar here. He'll fix that. Yeah, so yesterday, Frank Did you see Frank yesterday at the Magoon? He was trying to have sex with that female goose, the gray goose, and the goose kept swimming underneath the water trying to get away. Did anybody see that yesterday? I watched the whole thing go down. Frank was quite aggressive trying to have sex with this goose. Doug, your herding skills are awesome. Oh, dog. Come here, dog. No, Frank is a crossbreed, as in Frankenstein. He's part Ruin and part Muscovy. We only have 2 crossbreeds here, Disco and Frank. Doug, come here. Doug, come on. No, you can't steal the siding. Doug, come here, dog. Come on. It has to be able to move because of the contraction and expansion, because of the weather fluctuation here. It's plastic. It's vinyl siding. Doug, come here. Leave the dog. Doug, no. Oh, I saw that. Come here. Doug. Yep, that's why he's named Frank, because he's Frankenstein. There he is, right there. He was like hardcore trying to have sex with the goose yesterday. There he is, right there. The gray goose. Poor goose couldn't get away from him. Tried so hard and couldn't. Frank's much faster in the water. Like much faster. But there he is. I'm trying to get a little closer. There's Frank. He's a mule. He shoots blanks. Absolutely no good for anything except looks. That's Frank. Frank is actually, remember people? Okay, hang on, I got a problem. Yeah. Do you remember Frank had a brother? Does anybody remember that? And then at the end of the year, Frank was the only one left? Does anybody remember that? There was 2 Franks? Does anybody remember that? I'm asking a question. Thank you, Tom. Tom remembers that Frank had a brother. There were 2 Franks. And then at the end of the year, there was only 1 Frank. We don't know what happened to the other Frank, though. Probably snapping turtles. Because that's what happens to ducks when they go down to the lake. Okay. Any questions? Well, I'm still here. It's a question period. Dead duck is still there. Okay, door's locked. Duck is right there. The stream is set up. Frank was born 2015. So, was that before your time? Yeah, he was born 2015. No. Let me think here. Oh, let me think. Okay, so this is 2018. 2016. Frank was born 2016. So that's the deal. There was a rat over at one of the feed piles. Yeah, the bush rat. Okay, so does anybody want a lesson on the bush rats? What the deal is with the bush rats? Does anybody want to know? No, Fabio is a Peking Ruin cross. Is what he is. Frank is a Muscovy Ruin cross. He's a mule. So what are we saying yes to? I forgot the question. I got sidetracked. Oh, bush rats. Right. Okay, so the bush rat. So the bush rats. First of all, they're the only rat that's indigenous to this part of the world. They're actually meant to be here. They were here before us. So that's a good thing. It's not like a Norway rat where you can get an infestation. And they live, I couldn't believe this, but they live, they live one rat per 20 acres. They don't live like, piled on top of each other like like a Norway rat where you'll see, hundreds of them in a small area. The bush rat is one rat per 20 acres, and they prefer the bush. They don't like buildings. They don't like open areas. They prefer leaves and twigs and stuff like that to hide under. So the fact that this thing's coming out into the open, the reason I'm thinking the only reason we're having success with it coming out in the open is because the feed is right on the bush line. Because they won't go out in the open because the hawks and the owls get them. So they stay in the bush where they can get cover. So I think it's because the feed is so close to the bush line. That's what's because we're right beside the bush. Like we're feeding like right beside the bush. I'm surprised we haven't seen more what you call it critters like more sightings of raccoons actually. What I can't believe more sightings of raccoons and um, and skunks with the feed over there, and weasels and everything. Like I'm surprised because the weasels would come in and go after the chipmunks and the squirrels that keep going over there. So I'm really surprised. Oh, mice! You want to talk about mice? Like I didn't know this, but like an infestation of field mice. Guess how many field mice can live in 1 acre? Anybody got ideas? I'm waiting. Pretty close, Virginia. It's a really crazy number, but you're up there. Don't you love these quizzes? Okay, Lost gets it. 2,000 per acre when you have an infestation of field mice. That's crazy. Eh? Imagine 2,000 mice in 1 acre. That would be just like oh my god! I hate. I'm not a big fan of mice. I don't like them at all. I'm not a big fan. They're so filthy. So, but this bush rat, I got no problem with him. After I researched him, I said I'm cool. He's meant to be here. He's not a threat. Virginia can attest to that. It's pretty bad, when you get an infestation of rodents. But these guys don't participate uh, um, in the infestation process. They're one like that's pretty crazy. One rat per 20 acres. No, there's a thing called Google, and when you Google things, it provides knowledge back. And I did a whole bunch of reading on bush rats, specifically on the Natural Resources Canada website. They had a whole thing on bush rats and about Ontario and bush rats and their living conditions and what they like. And this is very strange that he's coming out to eat um, um, feed. Yes, really. Yeah, it's amazing. It's this thing on the web. It's a website that you go and you put questions in, and it sometimes gives you the right answers. But it took me to the Natural Resources website for Ontario, and they had a thing on bush rats. So yeah, they're eating the corn, which is very strange because they're not big corn eaters. Like they're not they actually they prefer believe it or not, I couldn't believe the diet. Like twigs and leaves and that kind of stuff. Some seeds, not a lot of seed activity on their diet. So but I guess it's just too tempting. All this premium feed sitting at the edge of the bush, the bush rats coming out. So it's too bad we couldn't get a really good picture of them. Like a really good high quality screenshot, but not possible. So because well, he's quite elusive, and when you're at the mercy of the resolution of people's screens, that's basically it. So hello, Lara. How are you? He moves quick. See, I've never seen him. I've never seen him here. The only time I ever saw him was the screenshot that Inga put up, which I don't understand the coloring on them though. But that they say it's a light creamy color, brown and cream color on them. So maybe the white was the white was a what you call it. Oh, a cream. It just didn't turn out too good on the screen capture. Okay, someone's asking about stripper. What kind of duck is stripper? Stripper is a Peking Ruin cross. And we don't know if the mother was a ruin or the father was a ruin. So that's the deal. Okay? That's the deal. Okay? I saw that question. I just was in the middle of a sentence. It's hard to keep a train of thought when everybody keeps changing the subject here. Like Carter keeps talking about the clothesline stand and power. Carter's got an obsession with power. It's unbelievable. Power and the internet. Carter, I think you need to get out more. Thank you, Lara. I shaved yesterday. No, no, I shaved Saturday. Saturday I shaved. I don't look too bad right now, but I got some good color, right? That's what happens when you wash the house with no hat. It's like got some serious tan happening. So the agenda here tomorrow is you're going to hear me. You're going to hear me bright and early, getting up, and because I got to, like I said, I got to cut that big giant cedar tree at the edge of my house. I don't know what time they're coming to get the genie to get it out of my life, but I'm sure glad it was here. My leg tan. I made the mistake of wearing sandals and I got sore feet, but I'll give you a shot here of the leg. See, almost, the line's almost gone. It's a little bit pale, but not bad. So there's the tan. And then I'm going to power wash. Going to power wash like crazy. That's what's going to happen. No coffee tomorrow because I have to I have to hop in the genie and cut the tree. Oh yeah, the genie would have been nice doing the lightning rod. You have no idea, no idea. So that genie's the answer. Everybody should own a genie. I'm telling you, they're the people the they make. I couldn't imagine. Well, I think I've got over like over I got at least 20 hours of scrubbing, okay? At least 20 hours of scrubbing, minimum. And if I would have done it on a ladder, it would have been 40 hours. So, Tommy, you saw the Fox last night? On what stream, Tommy? Tommy, you better answer me, not jump in here, say that, and then leave. Well, I'm waiting for Tommy right now, so I'm going to see if Tommy answers. There's a 30-second delay. Two. Two what, Tommy? Two foxes you saw? Tommy doesn't understand the rules. Tommy, there's a rule here, full sentences. To what? Tommy, you're interpreting for this. I know it has to be stream 2 because that's where the camera's set up. But Tommy's not giving us any information here. But what did you see? Did you see him like? Did he check the dead duck out? Did he just walk around the garden? A full sentence of information would be nice. You know, Christopher, the secret to having a green lawn when you're in a drought that we're in here like right now is don't cut it. I've only cut my lawn once this summer, and it was just cut like not even just before the rain. Between the pane and the tree behind the garden. Between the pane and the tree behind the garden. Is that like a riddle? Between the pane and the tree behind the pen behind the pen? And the tree behind the garden. Okay, I don't know how you can see. There's no pen in that stream. It's all garden. The pin, Kelly. No, there's no pins. It'd be pen, Kelly. Pin. Pain, pin, pin. Yeah, pin would give you pain. You cut your 7 times, Jasmine. I see. I just let her go. I cut it there. What last week before all that rain we had? Was it last week we had the rain? and I knew the rain was coming, so I cut the lawn. That was the first time I cut it all summer. I think I cut it once in the spring. I've only cut it twice that I know of. I hate cut the lawn. Hate it with a passion. Absolute, just a massive waste of time of my life. I can't get drunk enough on the tractor to enjoy cutting the lawn, put it that way. We're not having much questions here for Matt tonight. Yeah, you've had more rain than me. Actually, you have. I've noticed on the weather map, it seems to hit over there, but not here. Carter on the power lines again. Carter, you got to cut it with the power lines. If the ducks were doing their job here, Connie, they'd be cutting the lawn real good for me. Kelly has lots of questions, but she's not throwing them at me. Am I going to make a mini stream? A mini stream. Oh yeah, Minnie the duck. Full sentence would be nice on that one. Yes, I will be doing a mini stream. You find the grass relaxing. You know, Christopher, Uh, I used to find the lawn tractor immensely entertaining. You have no idea. Like, unbelievably entertaining. I used to just love hopping on it and driving around cutting the grass. You have no idea. I used to love it so much that I used to fertilize my lawn so the grass would grow faster. And then I used to set up sprinklers and I used to sprinkle the lawn so it would even grow faster. So I would fertilize it and then I would water it so that it would grow faster so that I could cut the lawn more often. Like, I'm not kidding you. I felt I would feel like some kind of void in my life if I didn't run the tractor at least once a week. Okay. And sometimes if I was lucky, if it was going good here, like if I put lots of that Scott's fertilizer to her and we got her growing all the way, like really, really growing fast, I'd sometimes have to cut the lawn twice in a week. And I was like in heaven then. That was so much fun. No. And then I grew up. And then I hate it. Oh, I hate sitting on the tractor cutting the lawn. That's why I liked having all the ducks here because when you have 1,000 ducks, you don't have to cut the lawn. Eh? Those were good times when the lawn would be always cut. What holiday is it today? Holiday Monday. That's what it is. You know, Linda, I'll tell you a story about pushing a mower. One year, I had my lawn tractor screwed up, and it sounded like the motor blew, and I had to stop at the middle of the yard. And anyways, I towed it to the garage, and I ended up taking the motor out of it and taking it to a small engine mechanic, and he took it apart and he had it for like 6 weeks at his shop, and which was ridiculous too long. It was way too long. How he had it there, and I had to borrow a push lawnmower, and I cut my lawn for 6 weeks with a like a it was like a $79 absolutely piece of garbage cheap lawnmower, uh, and it used to take uh, like 7 hours pushing it, cutting. And you want to hear something really strange? I enjoyed it for a little while. At the end, it was getting real sick of it. I was like real sick. It's not a statutory holiday, it's a civic holiday. Do you know the difference, folks, between a civic holiday and a statutory holiday? Does anybody know the difference? I'm waiting here to see if anybody knows the difference between a civic holiday and a statutory holiday. Vista. Okay, so Vista's paying attention here on the game. Okay, so a statutory holiday, everything is closed. The government, the stores, absolutely everything is closed. Okay, a civic holiday, it's the government is absolutely shut down, but everybody else is optional, and there is no there's no time and a half today. There's no you don't there's no like you don't get time and a half today. It's not it's not a statutory holiday, so that's the deal. It also means the employer gets to screw the uh, the the people that work for them because they don't have to pay time and a half today. So that's the deal. It's like a federal. No, because we have provincial holidays that are statutory holidays. Like we have Family Day, stupidest holiday there is in February, and it's a statutory holiday, and it's in the province of Ontario, and it's in February, and they call it Family Day because there's not enough holidays between. Well, the last holiday is New Year's Day, and the next holiday is Easter. So the government had this brainwave. Well, we need a holiday in February, so they came out with a statutory holiday called uh, um, Family Day, which means that you get paid time and a half if you're working, or if you're closed, you get paid holiday. But it's everything has to close. I don't know if the banks are open today. I'm not sure on that. I know nothing government's open today, but I'm not sure on the banks. Yeah, it's a stupid holiday in February. No, I wish, one holiday pardon my language, but that pisses me right off. That's not a statutory holiday. You know what holiday really? I'm gonna say it again. Pisses me off that it's not a statutory holiday. Does anybody know what holiday in Canada should be a statutory holiday? Well, in Ontario, anyways. That's not. I hate it. It's so disrespectful. This day that is not a holiday. It's a tough question, a really tough question. I bet you nobody's gonna get it. Should I just spit the answer out? I think I should. I Vista gets it. Yes, Christmas. Christmas is a holiday, Carl. But no, Remembrance Day, November the 11th. That's the one that pisses me off. It should be a statutory holiday. None of this, have businesses, they close till noon and then they open at noon and everything goes on as normal. A Remembrance Day. Yeah, it's November the 11th here. Vista gets a big star for this one. Yes. No. Valentine's Day. No, it's a scam. But anyways, that was just a scam to sell chocolates and flowers. No. Birthdays should be statutory holidays. No. I try to take my birthday off, but I haven't taken my birthday off in forever. So I don't get birthdays off anymore. I used to get birthdays off. I used to take them off, but now I don't because the ducks make me work nonstop. Mother's Day's a scam. Father's Day's a scam. I know. Engagements are scams. Diamonds are scams. There's so many scams in the world. Well, now they want to, they want to get rid of Father's Day. Do you hear the latest, eh? They don't want to do anything about Mother's Day, but the Father's Day they want to get rid of, and they want to call it Gender Neutral Day. Did you hear that one? Does anybody? I read that one. It happens, Carter. I don't know what Carter did, but has he heard that one? When they want to get rid of Father's Day and make it gender neutral day because they want to make sure it includes everybody. It's an all inclusive. No, Inga, I don't joke. Inga, how often do I joke about how broken society is? Seriously, you should know better than that. Pretty well, if it comes out of my mouth, it's the gospel. I've come across it, and I'm sharing this knowledge with you so that you can be enlightened on how crazy things have gotten. Oh, it should just be Parents' Day, totally gender neutral, eh? Parent one, parent two. So parent one well, which one is parent one? Is parent two in May and parent one in June, or one in May and two in June? Which is it? You know, because you know what I mean. Like the federal government. I mean, like all the federal government, they in Canada, they spent a ton of money and they changed all the computer programs. When I was in the spring, I was in the federal government building, and I asked the girl about this, and they actually spent millions of dollars and had their computer systems updated and had removed the words father and mother, and it was just parent one, parent two, so that everybody could feel all inclusive for that 1% of the population that's totally confused. 1% of the population, and everybody else has to conform to their craziness. I'm telling you, we've gone right off the edge, folks. Nothing is right anymore. It's absolutely crazy. Childless Day, we should have one of those. I'm just reading the comments here. Without children, every day is a holiday. It takes a father and mother to make a kid. No, they can do it in a test tube now, Mindy. They don't even need us anymore. Before the Father's Day. Oh, I just felt a raindrop. Oh, it's twisted everywhere, Tom. It's not just the West. The whole thing's the knife has fallen off the table. Everything, everything is just nothing makes any sense anymore. Actually, I just watched a video, folks, about this family that this uh, husband and wife that they they have two kids, twins, and you know what they call them? They babies. They're gonna let the children decide what gender they want to be. I watched the whole thing. I was like, this is lunatic. This is child abuse. Because the twins are boy and girl, and they're they babies. Google it. Type in they babies. I bet you the article will come up. I don't know if it was ABC or NBC. Some news did a story on it. Google it. I tell you, Google they babies, and it'll come up. The story. I just watched it. Not even 10 days ago. I watched the story on it, and I was like, my God, these kids need to be taken away from the parents. They really do. It's child abuse. It's child abuse. Total child abuse. Well, you can Google it later, Inga, and you'll see. But anyways, I don't lie. I watch this stuff and I share it with you because it's just the world's so crazy. You think it's crazy here at the Duck Adventure? It's crazier outside the borders of this property. Actually, it's sane here. It's like exactly 8 years old. You can just pick. You know what sex you want to be. You can be anything you want. We're lucky that we got a new premier in this province. He's undone a lot of stuff already that the heads of the crazies are blowing up. I've told you before about how the law in Ontario that if your kid came home at 8 years old and he decided that he wanted to be another sex, and if you didn't provide gender therapy so that he could convert to another sex, they would take the kid away. The government could take the kid away. I told you about that. It's the law, but it's getting undone right now. What's for supper? Well, Jasmine, that's a very good question. I don't know yet. I should go and get my supper happening. It's 8:13, and I need some structure in my life, Miles. I really do because I don't know what I'm going to go eat, but I got to go have something to eat. What time is it where you guys live? It looks like it's 8:13 here, Gunner. The duck's transgender. Well, I had suspicions about Magoo, but I just recently saw Magoo having sex with stripper, so I've confirmed we're normal here. Everything's fine. Actually, the only thing here that's really neutral is Doug. He's neutered, so he's an it. Basically, it. He's got no nuts. So Doug is an it. So yeah, we do have, I guess you'd say, a transgender aspect to the show. It's called Doug. So I was hungry when I grabbed the magic wand. I know because I was trying to get them inside. And now I'm in chatting with you guys. I really should go, even though I love this rambling that we do here that really doesn't make any sense. And people will look back at these chats later and go, "What the hell was this guy doing?" Well, Lara's cats are trans also. Well, not really trans, more like gender neutral. Oh, you know, we're gender neutral because Doug he's not a female, but he's not a male, but he does have some masculine tendencies to him. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go eat. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, but I gotta do something. So tomorrow morning, what's gonna happen here is I gotta get up really early and I gotta cut that tree before they take the genie away. Then I'm going to do egg recon, and tomorrow's egg recon is going to be huge because it's 2 days worth of eggs because I didn't do it today because well I was trying to get things done here, and I'm really mad that the back of the house has got liquefied fly gunk streaks down the side of it. But hey, I try all I can do here. I'm just rambling now. I'm so tired. So I'm going to say goodbye. Have a good night, everybody. And I hope you enjoyed this holiday Monday. For everybody who had a holiday, and for everybody who didn't have a holiday, it sucks to be you. Which sucks to be me because I didn't get a holiday because I worked all weekend. So I'm in your club too. Have a good night.